From the Oklahoma newsroom, this is an OSU update. I'm Jenny Carlson here with John Helsley. John, 3 games the Cowboys have played and maybe not seen exactly a wide open playbook from the offense. Safe to say that they did not open it up much at Western Michigan. Mike Gundy even admitted as much afterwards. And then playing 2 inferior opponents at home, you have to imagine that they weren't showing everything against those teams either. But now Texas looms. Going to Austin are the Cowboys. Could we see them really open up the playbook this week?
I think we're going to see a gradual opening of the playbook, and it may come down to this: how much do they need to open the playbook? If they're behind or in a tight game, maybe they expand it more. But I definitely think we're going to see more things from the offense. You mentioned those 3 games, all the games that the Cowboys were supposed to and did win. I think they were, mainly going into those games thinking, hey, let's not mess it up. Going ahead, we'll see what happens there. The opponents are going to get better. It starts with Texas.
Well, and if you look at each of those games, while overall the body of work wasn't really exciting, up-tempo, passing it down the field, all the things that I think Cowboy fans would like to see, there were stretches in all 3 of those games where you saw those flashes, those quick drives, the mix and match between the pass and the run. And it sort of gave you the taste of, oh, this is what this offense could do.
They did. They teased us with it a few times and gave us glimpses, as you mentioned. Second half against Central Michigan, when they had to score, they went fast, they moved the ball, and they did. We've seen it in the last 2 games against Central Arkansas and UTSA. I think it's there. It's just how much they've wanted to tap into it or not so far. Maybe not show so much with other opponents coming up. I think we're going to start seeing more of it.
You mentioned the tempo, and that's been one thing that's been relatively pedestrian by their standards. They haven't rallied off a lot of plays in any of these games. 2 of the 3, they're under 70, which, OSU would like to get 80, 85 if they could. Are they going to get up to that number at Austin, or are they maybe going to fall back in a little bit lesser range?
I think that's going to be very interesting to see. And I think if they feel like they need to play that fast, maybe it stretches they'll play that fast. But the other thing to consider is their defense has played so well. And if the defense is doing the job, maybe they'll be happy to just sort of slow things down and methodically win the game. That's going to be the interesting thing going forward is, how well the defense and the offense mesh. And how fast and how much they have to show on offense. Now,
we'll really know they're slowing it down if they decide to huddle. We still haven't seen that, for crying out loud. It hasn't gone that crazy yet, folks. I don't think it will in Austin either. And be sure to stay with the best coverage team anywhere at newsok.com and every day in the Oklahoman.